Hi everyone, so today we are going to look at extending the spine, just taking care of that beautiful spine that helps us do so many things, just has standing, but we're doing a lot of sitting down at the moment, and it's very important to sort of stretch and create some space to help us feel better. So finding a comfortable position, placing your hands on your knees, just closing your eyes or lowering your gaze, and you're going to just take a big inhale with your nose and exhale with your nose. And as you breathe in and breathe out, you can place one hand onto your belly, and on the inhale really inflating the belly, bringing the air all the way down there, and on the exhale bringing the belly really close to the spine. And keep your breath going without forcing, just a natural breath, inflating the belly and bringing the navel to the spine. 2 more times. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And as you breathe in and out with your belly inflating and going back towards the spine, just feel the ground supporting your feet, your ankles, your sitting bones, feeling really anchored into the mat. And imagine that you have a little thread that goes all the way up to the top of your head and that lifts you a little bit, just so we start creating some space into the spine. So really lifting the crown of your head towards the ceiling. Inhaling and exhaling. And gently open your eyes, and we are going to take a few movements just to free the neck a little bit. So take an inhale, and on the exhale bring your chin to your chest. Inhale up, exhale, look up the ceiling, opening the front of your throat. Inhale, back to center, exhale down. One more time, inhale, back to center, exhale up and back to center. Inhale, we're going to look over our right shoulder, exhale, back to center. Inhale to the other side, exhale back to center, and one more time. Inhale to the right, exhale back to center, inhale to the left, exhale back to center. Inhale, going to lift the right arm up and coming over our head, placing gently our right hand on top of our left ear, and really lifting the spine, and then gently push the head towards the right shoulder. We're still creating space, we're not trying to contract, we're just really stretching the side of our neck. And breathe in it. Make sure that the head is in line with the spine, so you might want to move your head a little bit back and exhale. If you want a little bit more stretch, you can extend the left hand onto the mat. If your fingers don't touch the floor, don't worry, your hands doesn't need to be flat. You can see the difference. My spine starts to move here, but what I really want to stretch is this side of the body. So just the fingertips on the mat. And one more inhale and exhale. Slowly release the hand. And this time we're going to extend the left arm all the way up to the sky, placing your hand this time onto the right ear, and gently bend to the right. And again, you can stay there, or you can place your right hand onto the side, about the same level than your hip, for a deeper stretch. You can close your eyes if you want to. Take an inhale and exhale. And inhale and exhale. Good. Inhale, extending both hands, and And this time we're just going to take a few circles. So you can take semicircles if you want to, by just placing your right ear toward your right shoulders and rotating onto one side, semicircle, as if you had a little brush at the end of your chin. And you're drawing a semicircle. One will go to the left and to the right. And this time you can carry on doing this one if that's comfortable for you, or if you want to take 4 circles, you're going to slowly again draw a circle with your chin and another circle, and we're going to go the other way round. 1 circle, really slowly feeling the vertebrae in your neck move as you gently move your head and back to center. Just going to place the hands together and just starting making some movement. So I'm deciding to do this by clasping my hand, making one way, rotating one way, rotating the other way, just to warm up the wrist a little bit. And then you can place your hands in front of you. Stop right now. Thank you very much. And placing the fingers down and up and down, and again making some circles. Really gently mindful, as if you're really trying to draw circles with the tip of your fingers, and then you're going the other way around. A bit of cracking here, so absolutely fine. And then you're going to place your hand on your shoulders, and this time draw circles, bringing your elbows up with your elbows and back down, and again, and down, and again, and down, and then we're going the other way around. 3 circles, slowly, you can engage with the breath. Inhale, up, exhale, 1 more. Okay. Then you're going to roll onto your knees and coming into a neutral position. So ensuring that, so you've got a couple of things to look at. Your fingers are spread. You're going to press, so you can see that you can potentially collapse here. What we want to do is to push onto our fingers. The crease of our elbows is saying hello to each other, so it's not facing forward, it's facing to each other. You push, and then you really open. You can see the difference if I'm collapsing here and if I'm opening the shoulder blades. So really having that push. And then your belly, you're going to bring your belly in by tucking it slightly your tailbone under. So we can collapse here, or we can be strong, looking down between your hands, really pushing onto your hands and bringing the tailbone under just ever so slightly, just to help to tuck the belly in. And breathe. And on the next inhale, you're going to move slightly forward so your shoulders come just in front of your fingers. And on the exhale, you're going to push back into child's pose, really pressing onto your hands, trying to bring your sitting bones onto your heels. And on the inhale, slowly going to move forward again. And on the exhale, bringing back into child's pose. Inhale forward, exhale back, and coming all the way up to tabletop. So ensuring that the top of your feet is pressed. We're slightly pressing again with our fingers. We're going to take an inhale, going to lift the tailbone, bringing the chest up and the chin up. And on the exhale, bringing the tailbone under, the navel in, really rounding the back, pushing with our hands, chin to chest. 2 more times. Inhale, up into cow. Exhale into cat, angry cat. Really trying to lift the back of your chest, change your chest. 1 more time. Inhale, cow. Exhale, tailbone under. Everything bringing in towards the heart. And back to neutral position. Now we're going to just bring the tailbone to the right and looking our right hip and back to center. And now we're going to do the left side, just to feel that stretch. So moving forward and back and also onto the side. 1 more time. And back into neutral position. Again, remember to push onto your fingers just to protect your wrist and really creating some space in the shoulder blades. Now, you are going to move your hands forward without moving the hips forward. So we're really leaving the hips on top of the knees, and we're just going to extend the back and really extending your hands. Now if your head doesn't touch the mat, that's absolutely fine. You can place a block onto your head and underneath your head and rest your forehead on it. But the hands are really engaging, so you're pushing onto your fingertips to start creating that lengthening in the spine. Tucking the belly in and keep on breathing. 2 more breaths. And gently lifting the head, pressing onto your hands, bringing your hands back, but just slightly forward from your shoulders. You're going to tuck your tuck your toes under, and you're going to lift your knees a little bit. So the knees are still really bent, and we're going to press with our hands, but we're extending the spine. Keep on breathing. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. 2 more breaths. The knees are really bent, as if you wanted to put your chest onto your thighs. And then gently we're going to start lengthening one of the legs. And then you're going to bend that leg and lengthen the other leg. And we're pedaling softly. If you find that you start moving a little bit forward, then just stay in that position where both knees are bent. Otherwise, you can keep on pedaling very slowly. Maybe counting 1, 2, 3 and change. 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 Now I'm going to look ahead. I'm going to walk our feet forward, coming into, so bringing your feet hips width apart. Again, you can use the blocks if you want to. We're going to come first of all into Baddha Hasta Uttanasana. So you are going to place your hands into the crease of your elbows. You can soften your knees a little bit. So you can see that here I'm locking my knees and here I'm softening them a little bit. The softening doesn't mean that the legs are just collapsing. Really, the feet are still really engaged, and we're lifting the kneecap, placing our hands into the crease of our elbows, releasing the head, and just let gravity let gravity do its job. So you're going to take a big inhale, and on your exhale, bringing your navel to your spine, creating space, and see if you can come down a little bit, just to 1 millimeter. And then you're going to start, you can stay in that position, or you can gently swing from side to side. So we're lengthening the spine here, and we're also lengthening the arm strength. We're trying to send the sit bones towards the sky and the crown of your head towards the ground. 2 more breaths here, slowly. You can keep that same rhythm. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then coming back into neutral position, placing your hands onto the mat or onto blocks. And you're going to lift, placing your hands on your shin, and we're going to really extend the spine. If you want to, you can use a chair. And what we're trying to do again is to lengthen the spine. Looking ahead, looking down. So again, we've got that lengthening at the back of our neck. Inhale. Exhale. So you can soften the knees a little bit. See if I'm locking my knees, I'm going to start really not being kind to myself by damaging the ligaments. So we're just softening the knees ever so slightly, and we're trying to push the sitting bones down there and the crown of our head forward. So take an inhale, push, looking down. And gently coming all the way down into Uttanasana, placing your hands onto the mat. Going to bend your knees, you're going to step your right foot back and your left foot back, and we're coming back into downward facing dog. Now this time we are going to do some twists. So you might want, you might want to bring your feet slightly forward. So what we're going to do, we're going to place our left hand onto the outside of our calf, or if you can, your ankle. And you're really still pushing with your right hand. And you take an inhale. I'm going to try and bring the chest in between your leg and your arm. Remember to breathe. Inhale. Exhale. One more breath. Inhale and exhale. And gently bringing your hands back, coming back into downward facing dog. Take an inhale with your nose and exhale with your mouth open. And this time we're bringing the right hand onto the outside of the left calf, or if that's available to you, onto the outside of your left ankle. And you're going to take a deep breath, pressing with your left hand, and on the exhale, with the help of your right arm, you're going to twist slightly between, so that you look between your left hand and your left foot. Inhale. And exhale. 2 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Coming back into downward facing dog. Take an inhale with your nose. And exhale with your mouth. Inhale with your nose. Exhale with your mouth. And gently coming slightly forward, coming into plank position. So you're bringing your hips in, your shoulders up above your ankles, shoulders are above your wrist, and again we're pushing slightly so that our shoulder blades are just going away from each other. Take a big inhale, and on the exhale you bring in your knees and your chest and your chin. Untucking your toes, you're going to slightly move forward, pressing with your toes, the back of your feet, rolling your shoulders, coming into little cobra, and gently coming down onto the mat. So, we're going to come into Sphinx position. So you're going to place your hands underneath your shoulders and your elbows are really close to your upper body. If you've got lower back issues, you can extend the back of you can extend your legs to the edges of the mat. If not, you can leave them parallel. Your legs are really strong. You're going to really engage your glutes, your buttocks, and on the inhale, you're going to move up just so that your elbows are in line with your shoulders. Your hands, your fingers are wide. And what we're going to do, we're going to really engage, lifting the chest, bringing the navel in and looking ahead. This is actually a very strong position. Bringing in the back muscles. And gently release. Placing your forehead onto the mat, relaxing your legs, placing your hands alongside your body. Just feel the ground. Notice any sensation in your spine, in your lower back, in your lumbar spine, in your upper back, in your neck. And we're going to take the same one again, placing your hands so that your elbows are under your shoulders, engaging the whole of your legs from toes all the way up to your buttocks, bringing your navel in, and when you're ready, you're going to lift your head and coming into Sphinx. So shoulder blades together, opening the chest. If again that's a little bit too, you can bring your hands slightly out if that's too it's not right for you. So you can just have a little play around. This is seal pose. Coming back into Sphinx for 3 deep breaths. Really engaging the navel. Trying, if we can, trying to lift the belly and opening. We're lifting the belly to protect the lower spine. Looking ahead. And gently release. Leaving your hands onto the mat. You're going to push. Place your hands under your shoulders. You're going to push up, bringing your toes together. Open your knees as wide as the width of the mat. And placing your forehead onto the mat, coming into child's pose, third counter pose. Again, notice your breath. And when you're ready, pressing onto your hands, engaging your glutes, lifting your body, coming into neutral position and finding a nice sitting position with the legs in front of you, coming into Dandasana. Dandasana, we've got our feet, as you can see, the back is really straight, feet are flexed, trying to push a little bit our knees towards the mat so the whole of the leg is engaged. We're engaging the glutes, placing the hands by the hips, rolling our shoulders, shoulder blades together this time, engaging the belly, looking ahead. Not pressing too much on the hands, but it's just so that it really helps us bringing the spine straight. And on the next inhale, still lifting the chest, extending your arms all the way up to the sky. And we're just going to start doing this movement forward and straight, trying to keep our back as straight as possible. Feet are still flexed. Inhale, lift. Exhale, move slightly forward. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Last one. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. And now you are going to place your hands onto your shins. We'll take a big inhale, lifting the spine. And on the exhale, I'm just trying this time to move slightly forward. But again, it comes from the hip joints. So we're trying to avoid doing this. The whole point of this session is to really lengthen the spine. So if you're here today, that's absolutely fine. If you're there, again, that's fine. If you can grab hold of your toes, that's fine. But make sure that your toes are not, your leg are not starting to rotate inward and outward or outward. So your legs are still parallel. Your knees are facing up. Take an inhale, lifting the chest. And on the exhale, bringing forward, and you can release the hand. I'm going to stay there for 5 breaths. Remember to engage your glutes, engage your legs, releasing the head. Inhale and exhale. And see on the exhale if you can just bring the crown of your head a little bit more forward, without going into pain. There's a difference between stretching and being in pain. So again, if that's too much for you, just bring your hands onto your shins and keep your back really just up and straight. One more breath there. And gently take an inhale, engaging your glutes and your core. And we are going to bring the spine up vertebrae by vertebrae. Rolling the shoulders back in line, bringing the shoulder blades together, and the head is up. So you're going to bend your knees, and the back is straight as you can see. Placing your hands onto your knees, and we're going to come onto our tiptoes and tiptoeing the feet so that you can start feeling the shift onto your sitting bones, coming back a little bit, and just staying there where your feet are not touching the ground anymore, but you can see that the spine is still is still lengthened and the chest is forward. So we're bringing the shoulder blades together, engaging the lower abdomens. And if that's too much for you, you can bring, it's entirely up to you. You can bring your hands underneath your knees just to feel that, to help you keeping your back straight. And if you find this slightly easy, you can lift your shins parallel to the floor. Again, we're really looking at not compromising the spine, so if that's too much for you and you think that you start collapsing and your shoulders start coming forward, then bring your feet down as long as they're not touching the floor, and lift your chest. Bringing your legs together. Come on, one more breath. Inhale and exhale. Placing your feet onto the floor, wrapping your arms around your knees, and bring your head in, chin to chest. Really rounding the back and opening the shoulder blades for a counter pose. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And gently extending your arms forward And we're going to roll slowly. We're going to take a big inhale. Exhale, start rolling, tucking the tailbone under. And inhale. Exhale, bringing the lower back. Inhale. Exhale, bringing all the rest of our spine onto the floor. So, if you've got enough space, you can place your hands 3 and 9 o'clock. I don't have enough space, so I'm going to bring my hands into cactus position. So cactus position is about, excuse me, 90 degrees with your elbows, and the palm of your hands are facing forward to the sky. Going to take an inhale, and what we're going to do first, I don't know if you can see this, but here there's a little arch, and what I want to do, I want to lengthen my spine, so I'm going to bring the tailbone under, and now there is no more space. So bringing your knees slightly closer to your buttocks, take an inhale, arch the back, and on the inhale, bring the tailbone under and really feeling your lower back connecting with the floor. 2 more times. Inhale, arch the back. Exhale, bring the tailbone under. Last time, inhale and exhale. Take an inhale, so the spine is still connecting to the floor. And on the exhale, bringing both knees about 90 degrees. Take an inhale, legs are together. And on the exhale, we're bringing the knees over to the right hand side, trying to have both knees stacked, but if they're not touching, that's absolutely fine. And it's important that our left shoulder is still onto the mat, just to really having that really nice stretch onto the left. Option to stay like this, or you can look over to your left shoulder, and if you want that slightly more of a stretch, you can just place your right hand onto your left thigh and just pushing just gently a little bit towards the ground. Just have a play around, relaxing the legs. You can close your eyes. Take deep inhales and deep exhales. 2 more breaths in your own time. On the next inhale, you're going to engage your lower abdomen and bring your legs back into the middle. Take an inhale, and on the exhale, this time you're going to bring your legs onto the other side and see if there's any difference. I can feel a difference. I know that my right hand side is slightly stiffer than my left hand side. Again, looking over your right shoulder, closing your eyes, and you can place your left hand onto your right thigh just for a little deeper stretch. And again, if your knees don't touch the floor, don't worry, you can put even a block if you want to, just to release your muscles in the hip joint. One more breath. And then bringing your knees back to center. Bring your knees into chest. You can place your hands on your knees, or if you want to, you can wrap your arms. I can't do it, but you can wrap your arms around your knees, grabbing hold of your elbows. What we really want to do in this position is to massage the lower spine and keeping that lengthening in the spine. So if you have to lift to do that little ball shape, then just be kind to yourself and come down. Shoulders up, down, anchored on the floor, onto the mat. Knees together, hands onto knees. And we're just going to gently rock from side to side. And just finding where your lower back is, because sometimes what I tend to do is to bring my knees too forward, and then my sitting bone, my tailbone is lifting. And what we want to do is really pressing onto the left, onto the tailbone, and then here finding that sweet spot of your lower back, just giving yourself a nice massage. So you can rock from side to side, you can make some nice circles. If you decide to make circles, you can do 3 onto one side and then 3 onto the next, going round the other way round. And we're going to gently finish with Happy Baby. If you're comfortable doing this, you can just carry on doing this. But Happy Baby, we're going to this time open the knees and bringing the feet over the knees, and you've got 3 options. So you can grab hold of the inside of your feet, or with the second and middle finger grabbing hold of your big toe, or bringing your hands onto the outside of your feet. So it's entirely up to you, the option that you want to do, but again we're lengthening the spine and we're kind of rock from side to side, a gentle massage of the spine again. And again, remember, if you fall, don't worry, that's what babies do. They fall and they can go back into it. You can close your eyes, lengthening your spine, massaging your lower back, and gently come back into still position, bringing your knees back into your chest, and again gently rocking from side to side. And when you're ready, extending both legs to the edges of the mat, just letting your feet drop, placing your hands alongside, just a little alongside your body, but giving yourself some space. And you can lift your head and placing it back down. But just find the right position for you. You can start, if you want to, you can bring a blanket, which is going to go into relaxation. And I'm going to invite you to close your eyes and just start bringing awareness to your feet, to your toes. On the inhale, bring all the air, the oxygen and the energy to your feet. And on the exhale, letting them go. Bring awareness to your calves. And on the inhale, bring all this oxygen to your calves. And on the exhale, let them go. Let them melt onto the ground. Bring your awareness to your knees. On the inhale, bring all your oxygen, all your love and compassion to your knees. And on the exhale, let them go. On your next inhale, bringing your awareness to the whole of your thighs, back and front. Bring the energy into your thighs and let them go on your exhale. Bring your awareness to your glutes and your hips. And on the next inhale, bring all your energy, love and compassion to your glutes and your hips. And on the exhale, let it go. Bring your awareness to your stomach and to your lower back. And on the next inhale, bring all the energy to your belly. And on the exhale, let it go. Bring awareness to your chest and your upper chest. Take an inhale, really opening your chest, bringing loads of energy there. And on the exhale, let it go. Bring awareness to your hands, to your fingers and your wrists. On the inhale, send your energy to your hands. And on the exhale, let them go. Bring your awareness to the whole of your arms, upper arms, elbows, biceps, triceps, and shoulders, shoulder blades. And on the exhale, let them go. Bring awareness to the whole of your spine, going from the tailbone, feeling the curve in your lower spine, and then notice where the spine meets the mat again, at the back of your thoracic spine, and then feel the curve of your neck that brings to the back of your head, that meets the mat again. Take a deep inhale, going from the back, the bottom of your spine, all the way up, like a wave. And on the exhale, let it go. Bring your awareness to the front of your throat. And on the exhale, let it go. Bring awareness to your jaws, just opening your mouth a little bit, with your lips closed. Bring awareness to your ears, to your cheeks, to your nose, to your nostrils, to your eyes, to your eyebrows, to the space between your eyebrows, to your forehead. And on the exhale, let it go. Bring awareness to the top of your head, sending energy to the top of your head. And on the exhale, let it go. There is nothing else to do. And when you're ready, start making small movements with your fingers and your toes, bringing your awareness back into your body. Extend your arms over your head, bringing your legs together, and you're going to give yourself a big stretch from your toes all the way up to the fingertips. And on the exhale, just release. Inhale, stretch as much as you can, lengthening the spine. And on the exhale, just release. Bringing your right knee to your chest and your left knee to your chest. And just rocking gently from side to side with your hands on your knees. And when you're ready, you can rock yourself up into a sitting position or rock onto the right hand side any slow way that you can. Just keep your eyes closed. Placing your hands onto your knees and just take a couple of moments here to notice the sensation in your spine. And when you're ready, just butterfly open your eyes. And that's it. Have a lovely day, everyone.